It's been so long, I forgot how to do this.
We should make a TikTok dance to our intro song.
I think Bob will be very happy if we do some.
Blow him up on TikTok.
Yeah, right? And do some kind of, everybody, like that. What was that? Like that Polynesian dance? That wah, 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 wah. Yeah, at first I was like, well, this song fucking sucks. But then I'm like, oh, it's a culture song or something. I shouldn't say that. And then it was like, and then Jason Derulo stole it.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck?
Is that how that happened?
Yeah, and then he took it, and now it's on the radio.
No.
Like, why?
Savage love.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. It's so terrible. That it was.
Well, we're going to blow up Bob's bongos.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a TikTok.
We'll take a choreography for that. That'll be ridiculous.
We're back.
Yeah, I know. We're totally blindsided. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. If this is your first time here, we're the Pot Smoking Moms. We talk about obvious things, parenting, pot smoking. I am one of your hosts, Sunny D, along with my homegirl, Captain J.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be back.
Yes. And hey, if you like us, please rate our show, subscribe, share, review it. It really, anything helps. We just want to get into everybody's ears. Everybody's ears. PotSmokingMoms.com is our website. Go there to connect with us on all the social medias. What's on deck for smokage today, Captain J?
For me, I got a little bit of purple Wookie here, coming in at 16% from True Leaf.
Purple Wookie.
And indica.
Remember when you would, at the beginning, when we first started doing the podcast, how you would roll the J and you would light the J, and that's why we would ask you what we were smoking, and that's how you became Captain J.
Yeah.
And now we each bring our own shit because of Corona.
COVID.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
I know. Things have changed. I am smoking some ratchet shit. I don't even know where it went. Whatever. It's grounds.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah.
It's Hybrid Sunshine Strainbow by Sunshine Cannabis.
Yeah, now I feel embarrassed.
This is their
ratchet
grounds?
shit. Yeah, it's like a mix.
Oh,
of
it's their version of grounds.
It's
I
their.
haven't had their grounds
strains or their grows.
Yeah,
I haven't. Yeah, it's okay. It comes in at a whopping 16%.
Same here.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
I got my wood hitter. Packing light.
My little handy dandy. This
Bubbler.
is actually the one you picked out when we
know.
went and bought ourselves pieces.
It came in handy.
But I figured it was the perfect size of a little piece to bring here to my dad's house because I'm still here, guys.
I know, and we're kind of in the middle of places, and that's why we're a little bit, we're a little bit late on coming in this season. Just life has happened. You will your house. What's your update with
I'm
your
not
house
home.
renovations?
I'm living at my dad's house for over 2 months already. We should be moving back soon. The house is coming together. It's starting to look great. So I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
I know. It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. It sucks because you're at the home stretch, so everything just kind of
Feels
annoying
longer.
now, where you're just like, oh, it's almost there.
It's kind of like at the end of your pregnancy when every
day feels like 10 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So right now we're in a very scenic backyard, my dad's backyard, poolside under a gazebo with the lights, and you may hear some crickets in the background.
Right.
We're in Hialeah. You might hear some baceros yelling in the background.
You might hear your husband's Star Trek over there. In
Yeah,
the background. Hey, man, I have to say though, this is not too shabby.
Yeah, this
for,
is. I
staying
love
at your
his
parents.
setup.
This is a pretty sweet stay.
Yeah, I can't complain.
I'm
And
kind
we
of
have our own
regretting I
room
haven't
and
been here earlier. Take advantage of the pool.
Yeah, it's too cold for the pool right now.
It is right
but
now.
It's still nice to sit by it
Yeah,
when the sun's out and stuff.
it's nice to sit out here right now.
Mm-hmm. We sit out here every night. This is our living room. Like my
Yeah.
parents hang out in the living room inside, and we hang out here.
Yeah, but no shit. You should see this place, you guys. They have like a TV, a wet bar, couches. I mean,
By
a
the
pool.
Yeah.
This is dope. They shoot a rap video here, I think.
This will be my house soon. When I get my pool, I'm going to have a nice little setup in the back, too.
Smoking weed, jumping in the pool. Fuck yeah.
But we did the game show.
The game show was really fun. It was very fun. I kind of wish we could do it a little more often. I think maybe once we get into the swing of things and we have a setup and we're in a spot and we get comfortable with it, we could kind of do it more often. But it's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a blast.
We had a lot of people there.
We even had fun, like, even though we stressed out, but we even had a lot of fun putting it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, working with Jesse and really coming up with the ideas for the games and
punching things up, trying to find the funny.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was really fun doing all that. And we got a really cool, what is it, St. Patty's Day themed one coming up now in March.
March 19th.
Yeah, March 19th.
It's the day before my birthday.
Sweet. So we'll have a special Captain J birthday game. Or something. And that should be fun. That's really exciting. You guys check it out. If you're we have a Patreon. If you're one of our patrons, you do get first dibs or first dabs on being a contestant. We have a couple lined up for the next show. But become a patron. You get some insider perks, and who knows? Maybe you can be a contestant on the High Five and win some pretty sweet prizes.
Yeah. So how about you? What have you been up to? Anything crazy happening?
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's been kind of crazy lately, and my puppy's old. I have a wiener dog. He's not old. He's 11. I mean, he is old, but he's not as old as he could be. But we almost had to put him down. Well, you only know what you know.
Yeah.
And his back legs aren't working, and he was really like going through it. And we called the lady that we called Lap of Love, which is you had used them.
Mm-hmm.
So we had them come in, and the lady was an angel. She was so sweet. She was just like, look, he looks better than a lot of the dogs that I've treated, and they've gotten better. So, there's hope, and it's just we have to.
So you started like a new regimen of.
Yeah, so new medication for the puppy and just kind of giving him a little bit of therapy and watching him and not letting him
get up on things.
Yeah.
He has to.
It's hard when people come
minimal.
over. That's another problem because he gets really excited and worked up and he wants to and he can't because it'll damage more than he's already
Poor
damaged.
Puppy. It really hurt my heart to see him like that the last time I was there.
I know, and I mean, and then just taking him out, and oh my God, it's just a mess. So luckily he's good for now, and we're taking care of him, and he's just gonna, we might get him a puppy wheelchair, which is cute, but it's like sad, but it's
it'll
cute.
take some time for him to get used to it. But look at our friend's dogs. He's a 3-legged dog. He made it happen with that when he lost his back leg.
That's crazy. But yeah.
You can't even tell that he has only 3 legs.
I know, but dogs are pretty resilient. Yeah. So that's the thing is he might not.
He was young though. He was a puppy, like a young dog.
Yeah, and that dog is
wild.
That dog also weighs 2 pounds.
Yeah, he's skinny.
My dog he's not fat.
He's a
My
wiener dog. Fat wiener dog.
He's not fat though. He's just muscular.
He's pretty
but
chunky
but he's solid. He's a thick dog. He's a thick dog.
Okay, sure.
He's a thick dog. No, because wiener dogs are usually
fat.
He's a
thick wiener.
He's just a standard.
He's got the girth.
Everybody's used to seeing the weenies. He's a big wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, puppy's good. We got a couple things coming up.
Well, father-in-law, tell the story.
Yeah, so yesterday, this is a funny story. It's like, you have to do weed when you least expect it, right? My father-in-law came over with a family friend. I mean, this is my father-in-law's bestie from years ago.
Uh-huh.
And they've been through all kinds of stuff. And he was even kind of he was addicted to something. I don't know if he did heroin or what he did. But
damn.
At one point, yeah. But they would also party back in the day.
Yeah, it was probably coke.
Something. So anyways.
It was Miami in the 80s, coke.
I was wearing my Mary Jane is my homegirl shirt. But I don't, you wear these things and you don't think, oh, I'm going to meet people and have to explain my t-shirt. But I don't know if he had known prior or whatever, but he asked me for weed and I felt bad. I was just really off guard. He got me completely off guard.
I think it's the shirt.
Man, probably the shirt.
Yeah.
But he caught me completely off guard, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't mean to." And then I felt bad, and I was like, "Look, I can't roll anything right now, but I have a roach I could give you." And he's like, "Yeah, perfect, you know."
Oh my God.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, today's my day off. I just want to chill. It would be so nice if I could smoke a little bit." And I was like, "Yeah, you should smoke." And then I was like, and then I started talking about Delta 8, and I started giving him all kinds of stuff.
You gave him some Delta 8?
Yeah. And I gave him some Delta 8 gummies from those Moonwalker gummies that we have.
Yeah.
I gave him some of those.
Oh, he's going to love it.
Yeah, I hope so. I
I hope edibles work for him. So that he...
Yeah, I know. And then he had told me that somebody had given him a dab.
Oh my God.
And I was like, whoa. And yeah, that could be pretty. He's like, "Yeah, man, I was in the couch for real." It was so funny. And then I was like, and then I made the comment of like, "Oh, well," they're like, "Oh, we used to smoke and we used to, and talk about weed." And I was like, "Oh, well, it's not the same weed. I'm sure it's not as strong as the stuff." Oh my God, why did I say that? They were like, "Oh, it's Acapulco Gold," and they were just like going on about how they had all this good shit.
No,
and
does not compete.
So I was like, all right,
sure.
It was so funny and awkward as fuck.
Super awkward, dude.
But it was like awkward just because I was not
expecting it.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
And
how to
now you're
respond.
like the weed connoisseur.
And the thing is I get very overwhelmed. I gotta talk to someone. I'm pretty sure I have ADD. I get very overwhelmed with sounds, and he talks really fast. This guy talks a lot. He talks a lot and he talks really fast, and he's the sweetest guy ever. But like, I had my children running around, and my dog wanted to get up out of and bark and be a dog, and I was like trying to keep him calm while this guy was talking to me at 100 miles an hour while I was watching my kids.
Yeah, overstimulated.
And then I was just like, looked like a deer in headlights. Like when he was like, "Oh, can you hook me up? Can
you give me some weed?
Yeah, can you smoke me out or something?"
What do I look like, bro?
And I was like, "I'm sorry."
And like, isn't Mary Jane your homegirl?
I know. I'm like, man, I am so unprepared.
It's all because
right
of your shirt.
I'm like,
you're wearing it right now.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I cannot just roll a joint. I'm like, dude, let me know ahead of time. I can get you a pre-roll. I mean, we could kick it. The thing is he's gonna do some work on my house too. He had done work on my house when I first moved.
Well,
in
make sure
too.
he's not stoned while he's doing it.
Well, no, he doesn't really smoke.
He sounds like he doesn't really smoke, so that's probably not
exactly.
a good idea.
And that's why I was like, oh, take this Delta 8. You'll be fucking great. But yeah, it was pretty funny, pretty weird. Advocating for marijuana at the most unexpected moments. But anyways.
You know what I saw recently? The Britney documentary. Did you see it?
Oh my God. So you had said something about it. Somebody else did. And then I was like, I'm going to watch it. I went on
Did you
TikTok
watch it on
Live.
Hulu?
And I watched it. Not only did I watch it, but I watched it with like 40 other people on
Live?
TikTok.
They watched it with you?
They watched it with me. It was so funny.
So you were like commentary like during it?
I would. And I would type stuff to them. And they would like say stuff. And then someone new would pop up and be like, oh, what is this on? And everybody would be like, it's the Britney Spears documentary.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah. So
everybody's talking about it.
I mean, we've been talking about
it was
it
on
since
The View.
The Free Britney movement. So
yeah, we talked about it last year when we talked about the conspiracy theories, and that was one of the conspiracy theories we talked about. How people say that she's being drugged and kept against her will.
Yeah,
and that's why when you see all the recent videos of her, she looks like she's like not well.
She does,
but listen, anxious, jittery.
I think it's a couple layers to it. I think that she does have mental damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
How could you not after what she went through?
There's an overexhaustion thing. There's a lot of things that they
exploited the hell out of her.
Are coming into play. She's a cash cow.
And I didn't know how she walked out on her second residency like that. I'm like, good for you.
I didn't know about that either.
Good for you. Tell them I'm not working no more. I'm not working no more. Free. Why else would she do that?
But this is a thing. I feel like ultimately she does really love performing.
Yes, she
loves
wants to
performing, and that's why I think she never made a big deal out of the whole conservatorship, because she was just like, look, I don't want to deal with any drama. Like, I don't want to I don't want to deal with this conflict. I just want to perform and
But she said it in that interview that she was sad and she wanted not to be in the conservatorship. Back in that old interview they showed clips from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know. So
we don't know if maybe still now, maybe she wants to. I don't know, because things, I don't know. But she was working and functioning just fine until just a few years ago when she walked out on that residency on
But
Las
didn't
Vegas.
she walk out like after the Free Britney movement started? Wasn't that when all that started too? Is when everybody, because
it kind of aligned with it
in the court documents, recent court documents. She was like talking about her fans and how they were doing all this stuff and going like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know,
but I don't think she has control of her social media either. Like that, the videos you can tell that like somebody's
like she looks like she's kidnapped.
Yeah,
basically.
like, and she's being forced to do these videos and just like to just proof of life for fans and stuff that she still.
I don't know.
That's what it feels like when you watch them.
In
like
a
the
way.
last one where she's answering questions, you could see that she's like jittery and like like kind of like, what is it like?
Yeah, like
bouncing back and forth a little, and then she was reading off of a paper that someone's holding or something that's there to the side. She's reading like what she's gonna say.
Well, I think it's just several layers too. Because I think it's funny. I see a lot of celebrities on TikTok now, and they look like they have no fucking idea how anything works. Which I understand because it's a whole new technology.
Mm-hmm.
So there is also that barrier of like, yeah, she's a little bit of a different generation. She's our generation. So there is kind of like that layer as well. I don't know. There's a lot of, I honestly, and I don't understand, why can't we talk to her? Why can't she come out and talk about it?
Because she's not allowed to, I guess.
She has to be very careful with what she says too, because ultimately everything can be.
But she was fine to do shows, live performances, be a guest judge on reality shows. Like how is she was very high functioning. She looked completely fine when she was doing all those things.
Yeah. How can she be? I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. It reminded me a lot of
why her dad. The way
too.
they said but the way they said in the documentary, like her dad wasn't really a part of anything while she was like going for her fame and growing up,
which is
and
weird.
all that. And then all of a sudden he had complete control of her. Well, like what happened with the mom? How come the mom wasn't given the control? Like the mom was the one that was there all the time. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I think there's more there than. There's a lot more there than people know. A lot more there.
Well, hopefully the New York Times or whatever doing this documentary brings more light to it, because now a lot of people that aren't on TikTok and aren't on social media, that didn't know that this Free Britney movement even existed. Like my stepmom and my dad were like, "Oh my God, I didn't know this. For 13 years she's been under this."
Yeah. You know.
But you were saying about Amanda Bynes.
What comes around goes around. Yeah, she's a lot of these child actors. I am also kind of obsessed with Amanda Bynes.
She's not under conservatorship.
She's under conservatorship.
She is too?
But she is obviously has issues. I'm sure she has damage. I'm sure there are things that happened to her when she was a child star.
Yeah. Same with Britney. Why would she say, "I want them to stop touching me" when she shaved her head?
Oh, but too, when you're...
What does that mean?
Because when you're a celebrity, everybody wants to be
piece
around
of you.
And it's like kind of probably really annoying, especially when everybody's invading your privacy constantly. Like, I don't want people to touch me. Period. But even if I'm not famous, I don't want people touching me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
So I didn't know that Amanda Bynes is also under a conservatorship.
She's been under a conservatorship, and all kinds of crazy shit has happened with her. She's been in and out of mental health facilities. She's been in and out of her design school. She is a shell of a human being. She doesn't look like herself. There was a whole TikTok series that I ran into that got me sucked back into the, child star vortex.
Oh my God.
Then there's a whole ring
Corey
of
Feldman.
and there's another there. Dan Schneider is like a producer for Nickelodeon, and he was in Head of the Class too. That TV show that's like shit's old school, but there's a lot of pedophile shit surrounding that guy, and a lot of gossip and stuff around him, and he damaged a lot of those girls back in that time. And there's a lot of theories out there. And I mean, if you guys want those TikTok videos, let me know. I'll send you over the Amanda Bynes fucking K-hole that I'm always checking on her. Like, what is she doing now? She looks nothing like how she used to look.
Pobrecita.
But it's lots of damage there. We got 420 Fest coming up in Sarasota, April 24th, which is going to be really fun. We're still trying to figure out what we could do for 420. We might do a Zoom session. We got to do a Zoom
live like we did last year. But it has to be, I have to work that day.
We'll figure something out. I don't know.
Because I'm taking the day off to go to...
Because we're trying to do a special game show too, right?
Yeah. March... In April too?
Yeah, so we'll figure out something for 420. Whether or not we have a game show or something.
Or a Zoom sesh.
Or a Zoom sesh. We got a couple of Zoom sessions we want to work on coming up. So we will be letting you guys know when that goes down. But 420 Fest, April 24th in Sarasota. We will be there. We hope you come out and say hello.
So gotta get an Airbnb. It's gonna be fun.
I know. It's gonna be lots of fun. So we hope to see you out there.
Are you ready for the first news nugs?
I don't know, but here it comes.
Of the new season.
Sunny D and Captain J.
Hello, Captain J here, reporting from the backyard of my dad's house. All right, so South Dakota judge nullifies cannabis legalization initiative. So despite the people of South Dakota voting in favor of legalizing cannabis, a circuit court judge has struck down the measure.
It's so infuriating.
We talked about how they were trying to reverse it in an episode before we went on break. I can't believe this. This is crazy. So a South Dakota judge ruled on Monday that a cannabis legalization initiative approved by voters in the November election is in violation of the state's constitution and therefore invalid. So Judge Christina Klinger, remember that name when you're trying to see if judges are going to stay in, and if you're in South Dakota, of the Sixth Circuit Court, ruled that the constitutional amendment A violates the state's constitution on 2 counts and should not be implemented. Amendment A was approved by 54% of South Dakota voters in the general election. Under the initiative, marijuana would be legalized by the use for adults and regulated in the market for legal cannabis commerce would be established. Sorry. Sounding a little funny, so sorry guys. So the state's voters also approved Measure 26, initiative to legalize medical marijuana, with 70% of the vote. After the election, South Dakota Highway Patrol Superintendent Colonel Rick Miller and Pennington County Sheriff Kevin Tom filed the suit to block Amendment A.
They all have a bunch of asshole names.
Claiming that the measure is in violation of the state constitution. No legal challenges to the Measure 26 have been filed thus far. Klinger ruled that the initiative violates requirements that ballot measures be limited to one topic. The judge also ruled that the amendment alters the state constitution to the degree that it amounts to a revision rather than an amendment, requiring it to be approved by a constitutional convention rather than a ballot measure.
Republican Governor Kristi Noem supported the legal challenge against Amendment A, saying after the election that she believed voters made the wrong choice about legal cannabis.
Yeah, and they're just going to do whatever they want.
So she goes on to say, I was personally opposed to these measures and firmly believe that they're the wrong choice for South Dakota communities. She wrote in a statement, we need to be finding ways to strengthen our families, and I think we're taking a step backward in that effort. I'm also very disappointed that we will be growing state government by millions of dollars in cost to public safety and to set up this new regulatory system.
Oh, my God, but it's going to bring so much money in.
Yeah. In a statement from the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, Deputy Director Paul Armentano criticized the attempt to deny the will of the voters. He goes on to say, legalization opponents cannot succeed in the court of public opinion or at the ballot box. Thus, they are now seeking to overturn election results in a desperate attempt to maintain cannabis prohibition. Whether or not one supports marijuana legalization, Americans should be outraged at these overly undemocratic tactics. Yeah, voting happens for a reason.
Yeah. And it was overwhelmingly passed. So let the people have their fucking weed. What the hell? Like, they're just going to oh, okay, never mind. We don't like that you guys all want this, so...
Yeah,
no, never mind that you went through all the steps to get it even on the ballot, because that's not even an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And then you got all these people to vote for it.
Uh-huh.
Fuck all that work you guys did because you made the wrong decision.
Yeah. We're saying you made the wrong decision.
Wow.
That shit's clown shoes, bro. Big time.
I
I wonder if they can... Fucking clown shoes, bro. I wonder,
on a better note.
on a better note, yeah, on a very better note, top Senate Democrats will... Hold on a second.
Do you guys hear that? I told you might hear my silos in the background. Are they fighting?
It sounds like I don't know. It sounds like Cuban radio. It sounds like
Sorry,
Cuban radio.
guys. They probably won't hear it.
I don't know. Yeah, we're kind of bugging out right now. and I'm glad we have headphones on because there's a bug in this tree that was really freaking me out. Top Senate Democrats say we'll legalize marijuana.
Ooh,
Remember I said a few shows back, I'm like, give it 2 years. Give it 2 years. If the Democrats get control,
which we did,
give it 2 years. Now they're saying 1 year. Honestly, I feel like this 2 years is still a little more realistic. So, in control of the upper house of Congress for mere weeks, top Senate Democrats vowed Monday to user their new oh my gosh. This is all fucking all over the place today. Sorry. They found their newfound power to legalize marijuana and to do it soon. Despite broad support from the American public and repeated success of marijuana legalization at the state level, major cannabis policy reform at the federal level has proved elusive. Bills that would allow legal cannabis businesses to access banks or claim normal business deductions have passed the House of Representatives. But under the leadership of Senator Mitch McConnell, the former majority leader, the Senate has been a reliable roadblock obstructing even discussion of federal cannabis policy reform. With the Democrats in control of both the White House as well as both of Congress, both houses of Congress, that now seems poised to end.
Yeah. In a joint statement, new Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Cory Booker and Ron Wyden said they would, I hope I said that, Wyden, not Wyder, said they would pursue and prioritize comprehensive cannabis reform legislation in the current session. In addition to legalizing cannabis on the federal level, the senators pledged to also pursue measures that would enrich and empower people of color who continue to be arrested and incarcerated for nonviolent drug offenses and disappropriate rates. The war on drugs has been a war on people, particularly people of color, said the senators in a statement they released Monday afternoon. Ending the federal marijuana prohibition is necessary to right the wrongs of the failed wars and end decades of harm inflicted on communities of color across the country. But that alone is not enough, they added. As states continue to legalize marijuana, we must also enact measures that will lift up people who were unfairly targeted in the war on drugs. The Senate will make consideration of these reforms a priority. No details were immediately available in the coming weeks. Senate Democrats will publish a legalization proposal that would include restorative justice and measures to protect public health, as well as responsible taxes and regulations. Debates over details like these have stalled statewide legalization measures, most notably in New Jersey and New York. Unlike the sometimes opaque lawmaking process in state capitals, Booker, Wyden, and Schumer promised to involve stakeholder groups and welcome their input.
Legalizing marijuana will take sufficient action by the states as well as Congress. In addition to Federal Controlled Substances Act, which declares cannabis a dangerous and highly addictive drug with no medical value, all 50 states have laws on the books outlawing cannabis to some degree. Even states that have legalized cannabis for adults 21 and over still impose penalties for youth or teen possession. It's unclear what impact, if any, federal reform would have on state law, but other advocacy groups and lawmakers involved in federal cannabis legalization welcome the top Democrats' declaration to legalize as a significant milestone. Last year, we moved heaven and earth to get a bill passed through the House with key criminal justice and restorative justice provisions, but Mitch McConnell blocked consideration, said U.S. Representative Earl Blumenauer, who chairs the House's Cannabis Caucus, in a separate statement issued Monday. Now, new Senate leadership is prepared to pick up the mantle. The missing ingredient in cannabis reform has been Senate action, he added, to finally have the active leadership of the new Senate Majority Leader rather than being stuck in McConnell's legislative graveyard makes a difference in the world.
Yeah, because it passed in the House because it was democratically majority there, and it always dies in the Senate. But now things may change. So legalization is counting on at least one advocate in the White House. Though President Joe Biden has historically been opposed or at least lukewarm on cannabis legalization, Vice President Kamala Harris, when she was the California senator, sponsored the Senate version of the comprehensive legalization bill, which we know as the MORE Act. Many legalization advocates believe Harris will use her position to push Biden and whip votes in the Senate for a legalization push.
She seems like she'd be doing a lot of whooping.
Whip it up.
She's going to whip it up.
After years of marijuana policy reform being neglected and mocked by Mitch McConnell, it is heartening to see that these Senate leaders are working together to repeal the senseless and cruel policy of marijuana prohibition, says Justin Streekel, the political director at NORML. He said that in a statement. We look forward to constructively engaging with congressional leaders, other organizations, and those communities that have historically been most impacted by criminalization in order to ensure that we craft the strongest and most comprehensive bill to right the wrong of nearly a century of federal cannabis prohibition. What if it actually happens this year?
Yeah, I don't know about this year.
No. We're going to say it's happening. Just say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
It's happening.
It's happening. Let's all say it's happening, and let's all write to our senators and reach out to our local officials and all that we have to try to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get with your local NORML chapter.
Who is that? That is
my
is
dad.
that your dad?
Yeah, that's his bedroom right there.
Oh my God,
he's peeking through the window.
Creeping me out. So bad. I was like, is that Johnny? What the fuck is going on over there? Oh my God. Who's that man? I think it's, whatever. I was pretty sure it was your dad. But I was like, am I seeing this correctly? Is that a man in the window?
Yes, you did see that correctly. So yeah, this might happen. It might happen this year. It has to happen while while the Democrats have majority.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the only way it's going to happen.
It has to. It'll happen. Listen, it'll happen within the next 4 years. I think give it 2 because
I say it's happening
tomorrow.
This year. It's happening this year. We're going to start seeing it actually being implemented and happening within the next 2 years.
Okay.
But this year is the year that it's going to fucking pass.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to have a fucking party. We're going to go, woo! What do we do? If it happens, we got to do something. We should go. If it gets scheduled for a vote, we have to watch it live.
I don't know. We'll get we'll get there eventually.
Be positive. Manifest it.
I wouldn't be doing this podcast if I wasn't thinking it was going to happen.
True that.
You know what I mean?
But it's sooner. But
whatever. It'll get here.
Bills to legalize cannabis in Virginia have passed in both the House and Senate.
Yeah, woo-woo.
So, Virginia. Other states are making moves.
Yeah. This
New York is also trying.
Oh, New York has got some weird shit happening though. The governor
like drama
Cuomo
there.
is talking about how he wants to legalize cannabis, and then they wanna make hemp illegal. It's like
what?
Yeah, it's like really
that
weird.
makes no sense.
Yeah, they were trying to make hemp illegal, smokable hemp, like CBD flower. But this is so stupid. So
But
you're gonna legalize cannabis and you're gonna make CBD flower hemp illegal. That's fucking that's clown.
Is that
shoes.
for real?
New York,
That's ridiculous.
get your shit together. Get your shit together.
Well, there's always Miami. Caught with a little marijuana in Broward, you'll no longer have to face prison. Having a small amount of marijuana won't be enough for you to be hit with criminal record anymore in Broward County. Hey, that's your hood, D. It's the latest county in South Florida that plans to cut down on drug cases without trying to change Florida law. Broward State Attorney Harold Pryor intends to reduce the number of pot cases, all but telling the county's
Estamos de pinga.
Yeah. Police
Good.
agencies. I get distracted by the sounds around us.
I know.
Not to bother referring such misdemeanor cases for prosecution. Prosecuting these cases have no public safety value and is a costly and counterproductive use of limited resources, Pryor wrote in a memo to the law enforcement agencies. He asked the agencies to refer violators to drug treatment programs instead of the criminal justice system. The changes, Pryor said, were in keeping with changing public attitudes on marijuana use in general. Possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana remains a misdemeanor in Florida, and Pryor says that prosecutors may still consider cases when other crimes are alleged at the same time. Also, police who reasonably suspect someone is using or in possession of the drug can rely on that suspicion to conduct a legal search. What? I don't like that.
Hey, you got to remember though.
They can still, but
am I free to go or am I being detained?
What's the fucking script?
What's the script?
I'm not discussing my day. Am I free to go?
No. It's,
or am I being
what
detained?
did you? What have you pulled me over for? Okay, thank you. Am I free to go or am I being detained? And then I do not wish to discuss my day. And then it's shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. So any existing misdemeanor marijuana case in Broward will be examined under the new policy of not pursuing charges. The number of how many cases could be dismissed wasn't available when they did this article. Miami-Dade announced a similar policy. Woo, my hood. Changed 6 months ago. I have my card anyway, so as long as I got my prescription label and it's sealed and put away and I got my card, I'm good.
You'll still poop your Pampers.
I know, you still get scared. Yeah. So they announced a similar change 6 months ago, according to an agency spokesman, but no such change has been implemented in Palm Beach County. I ain't going there. So Broward defense lawyers and advocates for the decriminalization of marijuana praised Pryor's move as an improvement over his predecessor's policy.
Yes, way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like, seriously.
The whole thing was blue.
I made her read the whole story.
It's
guys.
okay. It's okay. I get the most tongue-tied.
Well, there's a lot of words there. But this is fucking amazing. I'm so glad to see people using common sense. I'm so glad to people make the case of like, we need to use our resources efficiently and we need to cut the fucking noise. And
I don't like that they could still use it as an excuse to search you, though.
Look,
That's
listen,
silly.
They have to. They have to.
Why? I thought that smell wasn't a cause for them to search you.
If there's all kinds of shit going down.
But if it's just me and they're like, oh, I smell something, I want to search you. No.
Then
if I'm a person committing a crime.
Then you do the script.
I don't know. That's like half okay.
Well, baby steps.
We have more Florida stuff coming.
1 year.
They're trying to legalize it here.
Yeah, there's a couple of
through
House
legislative
bills.
measures instead of the ballot. Right?
Yes. Through...
Yeah, like being presented by a senator.
Right. So there's two bills. There's one that's the one that you know that whenever it's backed by corporate people, it's gonna be the one that people talk the most about because
it has the
rich
most money
people are
behind
gonna
it.
Exactly. So the one that's doing the most right now is the one that does not allow homegrown because
Same shit as the
obviously-
petitions.
right? Which there was a whole, and then their names are, the petition names are like all jacked up because it confuses you. But anyways, House Bill 343 is the one that most people are talking about. Okay, and that's the one that is legalizing. Oh, wait a second. So it's allowing people 21 and older to purchase and use limited amounts of marijuana without medical marijuana card. The bill would allow adults to purchase 2.5 ounces of cannabis, which is weird number because it's not the standard. I don't really know why it's.
Isn't that what we get as a card holder, or is it 3? I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
A month?
Yeah, I was.
How much we
reading that
get?
wrong. I'm sorry. My brain was like not fun. My brain was thinking grams instead of ounces. When it's
Oh,
ounces.
grams? No way.
Yeah,
That's not enough.
I was like 2.5.
Are you kidding me?
grams? Okay. So while the bill does not allow home cultivation, it does direct the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services to study the potential harms and benefits of home grows.
And the other one is HB 291. So this
It's pretty much the same. It just gives you more details on like how many trees you can have, how many plants you can have, and
So yeah,
that.
21 and older the same. Possess or transport marijuana is fine. 2.5 ounces the same. Transfer or furnish without remuneration. I don't know what that means. Up to 2.5 ounces of marijuana and up to 6 seedlings. So you could have even seedlings, so you can grow. This allows growing.
What? That's what. Yeah.
So
this
you have
so this is the one that does allow growing. It allows up to 6 plants.
6 plants per person. That's nice.
So yeah, but this is not. This
So
one
this,
is,
of course, is
this
not
one
the
needs
one
to
being-
pass the House, the Senate, and then be signed by DeSantis before it's law. So this is. I don't think.
Don't they
they've
both have to go through
discussed
that
this yet.
process? Either one has to be.
Yeah, but the other one is been introduced into the House already.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
The first one. Okay.
the first one. But we'll keep following up with that. and
So
how
let's
that
see
goes.
who will do it first, Florida or just the federal government?
Yeah, I guess only time will tell on that one because we can't do shit. We gotta wait and see what happens. Hey, thank you guys for coming back with us, and and just coming back in and checking with us. Thanks for spending your break with us as always. Hey, thanks to all our podcast monthly supporters. You know who you are: Lauren Hansel, April Collins, Destiny Adams, Yanni Reyes, who was on our game show, Chrissy Rodriguez, and Jesse Reyes. Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me. My God. Captain J just crept. I was so into the computer and she just crept behind me and tapped me on my shoulder and that fucking freaked me out. I'm sorry. Follow, like, review, subscribe.
I tapped her on the shoulder. She thought I was like,
There's Cuban radio going off. There's dads creeping up in the window. I mean, like, I'm always
it's
out of
been
my
a great
element.
first episode back.
It has. Well, welcome. Yes, the weirdness has welcomed us back. So, do your thing. Thank you for joining us. Great, the bears are out here too.
Oh, you turned our mics off? I'm recording our mics. Oh.
I'm listening. I'm putting my ear to my mic.